Let's go walking through the woods on this autumn day. Through the fields, through the leaves of red and gold. Let us dance and sing and play. That piece you can start every one of your circles with and then just adjust it according to the seasons. In the autumn garden, scarlet evening glow, apples ripening, brightening, ripening, brown hazels grow. And that part you can also adjust for every season and just come up with words that match the song. Let's see. I haven't memorized this, so I'm just pretending right now. Aha. The leaves are green. The apples are red. They hang so high above your head. Leave them alone until frosty weather, and then they will all calm down together. Old Roger. So, Old Roger is a circle game. It's like the favorite circle game. It's best with as many children as you can. You need an Old Roger who will lay down in the middle of a group of children who will circle around. And eventually you'll meet an old woman as well. First one, you just circle around. Old Roger's dead, he lies in his grave, he lies in his grave, he lies in his grave. Old Roger is dead, he lies in his grave, he-haw, lies in his grave. Then you get your shovel. They planted an apple tree over his head, over his head, over his head. They planted an apple tree over his head, hee-haw, over his head. The apples grew ripe and ready to fall, ready to fall, ready to fall. The apples grew ripe and ready to fall, hee-haw, ready to fall. And then you need an old woman, so someone gets to be an old woman. There came an old woman up, picking them up, picking them up, picking them up, and everyone can help with that. There came an old woman up, picking them up, hee-haw, picking them up. And then, is that right? Yeah. Old Roger gets up and he gives her a clap, gives her a clap, gives her a clap. Old Roger got up and gave her a clap, hee-haw, gave her a clap. And that made the old woman go hippity-hop, hippity-hop, hippity-hop. That made the old woman go hippity-hop, hee-haw, hippity-hop. You'll be breathing hard by the end of this. And let's see what else we have. Oh, yeah. So if you want to bring in the squirrels, here comes the squirrel on scampering feet, looking for acorns and nuts to eat. And then what you want to do for a squirrel nutkin is you make little wool felted balls with the children and then glue them inside of acorn caps. And then you just get a basket full of those. And there's one squirrel nutkin, and then all the other children are trees. And so they have to stand with their arms like branches somehow, whatever. And you just tuck little acorns in their branches. They can't move at all because trees don't really move. Occasionally they sway, but really they don't move. They can't reveal where their secrets are, so you can tuck them in their ears, in their jackets, in their pockets. Not hiding them, but just tucking them away. And then Squirrel Nutkin with his coat so brown, he's quite the loveliest in Woodland Town. Two bright eyes look round to see where the finest nuts may be. And then he goes around with his basket and he just harvests all of the nuts. Let's see. Whisky frisky, hippity hop, up he goes to the treetop. Whirly twirly, round and round, down he scampers to the ground. Furly curly, what a tail. Tall as a feather, broad as a sail. Where's his supper? It's in his shell. Snappity crackety, out it fell. Here's another one to use those little squirrel nuts. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Figure something out. Swishing your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Wrinkle up your little nose. Hold a nut between your toes. So if you were to give the kids a real challenge, let's see if I can show you my feet. There we go. It is really hard to hold things right here in between. And another thing you can do is you can have a bunch of little squirrel nuts on the ground and they can pick them up with their feet and put them into a basket if that seems like a safe activity to take off their shoes. And then you can always close the circle with the same one that you opened it with. Let's go walking through the woods on this autumn day, through the leaves of red and gold. Let us dance and sing and play. And that's squirrels and some apples. And you should also go to Teacher Peggy. She has a whole series of apple songs that she just put out on her YouTube channel.